Your business is growing, you need to bring people on, you're scaling little by little, you have a lead manager, now you need an acquisitions rep. How do you pay that person? Hey, what's up? Rafael Cortez here, back on the Wholesaling Business Blueprint series. You're scaling, your business is growing little by little, and now you need to bring on an acquisitions rep. This is a question that I get from students all the time. How much should I pay somebody doing acquisitions for me? Here's the thing. Acquisitions is really the bloodline, right? Because you can generate a lot of leads. You can do, whatever you need to in the prospecting, even maybe have a very dialed in dispo process in place. But if you don't have a good closing process or a good closing person, somebody who can actually put those signatures in the contract, you really don't have a business, right? So you have to, it's gonna be one of the most important, one of the most crucial roles to understand. And this is gonna be your acquisitions rep, all right? So who is going out there to get contracts? Who is going out there acquiring the properties that you're gonna be wholesaling in your wholesaling business? Here's the thing, it can be a little bit confusing, all right? When you're bringing on somebody to cover that role. It's a very, very important role, all right? The attrition, meaning the turnover, how people leave, how fast people leave the company when they're in acquisitions. It's not as fast-paced as, for example, cold calling, right? So it's a higher level employee. Understand that part first. It's a higher level employee. It's somebody who's gonna require more training, and the training that you have to provide for them has to be on point, all right? These are the people who are actually going out there and then taking those conversations from prospects to close and actual deals in the pipeline. So it's very, very important that one, you spend the time hiring the right type of person for that role, and then two, understanding what the requirements and responsibilities are, as well as the pay structure. Again, one of the questions that I get all the time is, how much do I pay my acquisitions rep? I've had people that want to pay $7 an hour, $9 an hour, just like if they were a VA, a regular VA doing cold calling. Understand this, I can't emphasize this enough, all right? If you do that, you're never gonna have a good acquisitions rep because they're wired to think from an achievement standpoint. A good acquisitions rep is wired to perform, thus they're wired to earn. Right? So you have to pay them right. You're not gonna pay them the same that you would pay your lead manager. You're not gonna pay them the same that you would pay your cold caller. There has to be different incentives and different structures in place. It doesn't mean that it's gotta break your bank, all right? It doesn't mean that they have to take away 50% of whatever profits walk into the business. So I'm gonna break down, I'm gonna give you the exact structure that I use to pay my acquisitions reps, all right? You can think about paying your acquisitions reps, or anybody in your team for that matter, from a market-driven standpoint, or you can do it based off of performance. I choose to do it based off of performance on most of the roles in my company, right? So I'm gonna dive right into that. First off, merit pay. What is merit pay? It's exactly what it sounds like. It's merit. If somebody does really good, if somebody's doing a great job at something, they should get, they should get rewarded accordingly, all right? So if they're doing a great job at closing, they should be making more money. If somebody's not performing as good, then, they should make less money just because that's merit, right? It's based off of the merit that you earn as an employee, the effort that you're putting into it, and the results that you're getting out of it. So that's the core of the structure that I have here, right? So it's merit pay. And again, this is the structure that I use to pay my acquisitions reps only. I have different structures for cold callers, different for lead managers, for dispo has a different pay structure, right? This is for acquisitions representatives only. So it's a tiered commission pay. It's all commission based. We don't have a monthly salary, and this resets every single month, okay? All right, so if they bring a deal that's $17,000, right? And this is their first deal of the month. They got, $17,000 on that. They're gonna be making 10% of those $17,000, right? Because it's under $20,000. So they make $1,700 and that's their commission. Now, if they bring another deal for, say, I don't know, $10,000, all right? They bring an additional 10. Now they're up to $27,000 for that month. They're up to $27,000 for that month. They're gonna make 10% on $3,000 because it's gonna be the balance between the 17 and the 20. And then they're gonna be making 15% on those $7,000, all right? So the commission percentage is increasing little by little. Say that they bring another $10,000 deal. Now they're up to $37,000 a month for that particular month. All right, so anything over 30K, they make 20% off of that. Now, it's not uncommon to bring in 50, 60, 70K worth of spread for that same month. So it resets, right? Anything over 30K for that month, they're gonna be making 20% off of that, all right? So, I mean, it's a good chunk of cash. And again, it's based off of merit. You know, the more they bring in, the more they make. It's just based off of performance. That's what merit is. Merit is just performance-based pay structure. That's it. Now, to add onto this, and this is really good. I mean, guys are making really good money with this pay structure alone, right? Now, if you have a pay structure like that and you're generating deals on a regular basis, giving them enough opportunities to come in and close, like they're gonna be okay. One other thing that we do just to incentivize and keep up the friendly competition, we throw in a couple of bonuses. We have a $1,000 bonus for the first closed deal of the month. So the first deal that closes, it doesn't matter who closed it, first deal that closes that we actually get paid on for that month, whoever acquired that deal gets an extra $1,000 bonus, all right? And then we have another $1,000 bonus for the highest amount of revenue, all right? The highest revenue for the month. So if we have, you know, 3 acquisitions people and one brings in $47,000, the other one brings in 58 and the other one brings in 22, the $58,000 acquisitions rep gets an extra 1,000 bucks. All right, so, and it's based off of, again, merit. The whole thing is performance. The whole thing is performance-based. And really, if you think about it, if you take a moment to break it down, it's really a fair structure, right? They're getting a percentage, meaning that your overhead as a business owner is gonna be controlled, all right? You're controlling the amount of bonuses going out. You're controlling the pay structure going out also, even though it sounds like it's, you know, those are big numbers, which they are, but it's a fair pay structure because they're bringing in big numbers into the company. Now think about this. If you think that it's too much, if you think that 20% for an acquisitions rep might be too much, and it sounds like, you know what, I don't want to give him $2,000 out of, you know, I don't want to give him $4,000 out of $20,000 that they locked up, or you know, 30K or whatever the number is. Think about this, all right? What about retention? What about training the people to be effective? What about keeping them in your business? All right, now, everybody who's done acquisitions or who's ever tried to hire acquisitions, they know that acquisition reps usually come in and then they want to do their own thing and then they go. The reason that happens is because they feel the potential to do something bigger, to do something more in their own business, right? But if you create that atmosphere, if you create that competitive advantage where you're giving them, you know, the leads and you're teeing it up for them so they can come in and do what they're good at, you're gonna have retention, right? Your retention is gonna be better, meaning that they're not gonna quit, you know, 3 months into it right after you train them. So retention, think about performance. When somebody's, you know, it's covering their nut on a monthly basis, they feel good and they feel comfortable about the place they're working in. Their performance is gonna increase. Why? Because they enjoy being there. They wanna be around, you know, that competitive edge environment. And also when you let people thrive in their talents and you reward them for those talents, the accountability level goes up, right? There's gonna be less headaches. The old adage, you know, that you get what you pay for, it stands true, all right? So yeah, pay more, but it's gonna be bringing in more. And it's gonna be based off of, you know, percentages, based off of merit. So it's not like you're taking money out of your pocket to, you know, put in somebody else's paycheck. It's not. They're performing for that bonus. They're performing for that pay structure, or they're performing for that bump up on the percentages. So really, I mean, that's the definition of a win-win, right? I have some similar pay structures when it comes to dispositions, and then a little different on the lead gen and the cold calling side of things. But for acquisitions reps, this is a pay structure that works very well. I know when I was doing acquisitions, that was not my pay structure. I was on a way lower, you know, space than this, and the motivation does get challenged every now and then, right? And not that you don't want to be in that space, but the motivation will get challenged. So if you give them good leads, you have a good system, you have a good process, and you have a good fair pay structure, like something like this, that's also going to be controllable in terms of the overhead that you're putting out. You know, if they generate money, they make revenue. All right, that's what you want. You want performers, so you want to hire right. But if you have that space and you give them that space to grow in, the retention is going to be better. Your acquisitions reps are going to be better. Now they're going to have a shot at performing and achieving the way that they're wired to do, because they're overachievers for the most part. Whenever you talk to a closer, whenever you talk to a really, really good salesperson, like this person is on it. All right, that's the type of personality that's going to fit into this role. Right? If you have somebody who's more concerned, this is a big red flag. All right, if you have somebody who's more concerned about the monthly salary that you're providing for your sales job or for your acquisitions job, then the commissions they're gonna make, that's a red flag. Why? Because it's somebody who's not completely comfortable with their skills. It's not completely comfortable with the fact that they have to go there and perform to get paid, right? So to me, that's a big red flag. Somebody's more concerned about a salary than a commission structure. So think about that. This is a really good, effective way to just pay your acquisitions reps, break it all down, and then keep it fair across the table. As always, I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know, drop a comment below. If you have a different suggestion, if you have a different strategy for pay structures, I would like to take a look at it. Let's have a conversation. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, share, and stay focused. You got this. Boom.